Hello and welcome to the trade setup. In this video we are looking at Micron. It is time for another update, and today we focus on the structure, the roadmap of the smaller time frame. We've had some interesting developments happen since the previous video, and we are likely looking at this wave 4 correction in the blue interpretation to be taking place, and we expect it to take us at least to the $322.5 level before reversing in a wave 5 to even higher prices. Now, within this structure, I would have preferred actually to see one more high. It would have allowed for a better completion of the pattern in this wave 3, a more clearly full wave 5 within this area, and technically this is still a possible interpretation, but we have failed to hold the relevant levels of support internally within this structure that would have allowed us to look directly for this as a wave 5 to be unfolding to the upside, and we really didn't even have great expectations. We were really only looking for an A, B, C structure to be unfolding at the very least into one more high in this territory. Now, in the previous video, we of course had relevant levels of resistance as well. We were looking for even a potential overshoot within this wave B, but even within the main area of resistance, it got stopped at the 78.6% retracement before reversing to much lower prices. Now, other than that, we were also tracking relevant levels of support to even be able to have a wave C within this area, but really all we seem to have built in this structure is a WXY pattern within this larger wave B in the white interpretation. So we now really have to focus on this extension to lower prices to look for some targets, as we have managed to initially hold the 61.8% retracement, but we failed to generate the new high, and not only that, but even within a supposed wave B correction in this area, we would have failed to hold now relevant levels of support, as the momentum even increases to lower prices. Now, before we move on, I wanted to briefly remind you to leave a like on the video if you enjoy these updates, and if you've been watching our channel for a while and you do find our videos useful, don't forget to also subscribe. Now, in this structure, I'm looking for this orange interpretation to not even be relevant anymore, at least within this smaller time frame. And while technically we can allow for a wave 4 reset, which most likely we are going to form a new low within this area, and that isn't necessarily something difficult to assume or guess, but within this pattern, I would personally prefer that within this wave C in white, we extend into the blue area of support instead. So I have prepared some counts, some interpretations for how a wave C could be unfolding within this structure. Now here we have a wave C, meaning we are looking for a 5-wave pattern. Technically, other structures could work out, but this is my preferred interpretation. And within this wave C, I'm looking to have a wave 1 down here, a wave 2 up here, and this would be our wave 3 to the downside. And there are a few ways we could be tracking this wave 3, but I have my preferred structure here on the chart. Now, before we get into this, I wanted to also highlight the ideal target for the wave 3 that we are tracking internally within this structure, and that would be the 138.2% extension of the wave 1. Now, as you may notice, this has already been achieved, but I believe we would still be looking likely for even further extensions within this wave 3, as I'm looking internally at an A, B, C pattern to be unfolding. Now, the overall target for the wave C in the white structure, which can work out for both blue and orange interpretations, and I should probably change this blue internal structure to a white pattern as well, but the ideal target for the wave C sits here at the $350.7. Now, this is certainly just an ideal target, and we wouldn't necessarily need to stop there, and in fact, if we follow through within my preferred interpretation in this structure, I would even go as far as to prefer and suggest that yes, we would likely see a break even further than that ideal extension. Now, in this wave 3 to the downside that we are tracking here, I'm looking for an A, B, C pattern to be unfolding, yeah? We are tracking this as an ending diagonal within the wave C, as clearly from the get-go, we only formed a 3-wave pattern within a wave 1. And yes, there are multiple counts possible within this wave 3, but in my preferred interpretation, the wave C would have started here, and this would be something like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 that would be expected to form within this area. And within this wave 3, I'm looking for an A, B, C pattern to be taking place, yeah? We would have here a wave A down, a wave B up, and a wave C that would be taking us to even lower prices. And once again, I will prefer to shift this to a white interpretation. I should have done this before the video. Why didn't I do it? Well, I have no excuse. Now, in this wave C, I am once again looking to build a 5-wave pattern, and once again I'm looking at an ending diagonal where a wave 1 would have bottomed here very likely, and we would have a wave 2 top here, and a wave 3 would still be taking place. To be clear, the wave 1 could have bottomed here, and in this interpretation I would need to assume an impulse would be forming in this structure, where the wave 3 could be expected to push much further, where right now we would be basically in the midst of an internal wave 3 to the downside. This, however, is not my preferred interpretation, and I would focus on the idea of having this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, where in the wave 3 I'm looking at an A, B, C pattern to complete the structure. Now, of course, we want to take note of the ideal target for this wave 3 to the downside, and that is the $360.7 level. And so far, I would look at this structure, and we won't note too much internally within this area, but I'd have here something like a 1, 2, and this would be a wave 3 to the downside that, honestly, I would still expect to be ongoing. I wouldn't require a bottom to be in place. If I were to go on an even smaller time frame, I'm sure, yeah, we can even identify here a series of 1, 2 setups basically, where a wave 3 would be in place here, we would get here a wave 4, and a wave 5 would be expected to still form for this wave 3 to be full, and then another 4, 5 for this wave 3 to be full, and then another 4, 5 for this entire wave 3 to be full. So basically, yes, we are still looking directly for continuation to lower prices. Now, these small time frames are certainly not reliable at all. I don't trust them, I don't like them, and they generally carry more risk. Now, I will provide you an internal area of resistance you could be tracking for the expectation, for the roadmap purposes, but not for a trade setup, yeah? So we are looking here at the $374 level being something we do not want to see broken to manage to follow through in our expectation with clarity. So if we get a break above the 50% retracement here, this would rather be a signal that the count is expected to extend within other interpretations. I still wouldn't be looking for something bullish to be going on this chart at the moment, and I would like to see this extend to lower prices regardless. And so far we have gotten to the 38.2% retracement before getting the first rejection, which is the ideal target for an internal wave 4 we would be expecting within this area. So once again, for a summary, we are looking here for a wave 5 to go directly lower. We are looking then for another wave 4, another wave 5, and then another 4, 5 pattern to complete this as an entire wave 3 to the downside. Remember, the ideal target was around the $360, but even once this as a larger wave 3 would be complete, we would require in fact yet another 4 and another 5 to complete this entire wave C to the downside we have been tracking internally. And if we get even another 4-5 pattern afterwards, well, we would need to readjust our expectations, as we have been looking for this to be an A, B, C structure instead. Now, I would personally recommend to zoom out. This is just for more clarity of what we could be expecting within the smaller time frame, but as always, these structures are highly unpredictable and they even do form distortions. So it is best, I believe, to zoom out and focus on the larger time frame perspective where we have a decently clear roadmap. We are looking ideally to reach the blue area of support, which is really the only one I can consider a trade setup in my opinion. And while the reset of the wave 4 in orange is still technically possible, I wouldn't personally consider looking for a position within this area is the most prudent or beneficial act. So once again, for the reversal to higher prices, we are looking to reach at least the $321.5. This is where our area of support, our accumulation area actually starts. And for now, we can have a quick look, just show once more what we are expecting from the larger time frame structure within this area. But for now, these are the levels, this is the trade setup. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, once again, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and if you enjoy our content and you want to support us directly, don't forget to check out our channel membership. And other than that, let me know what else you would like me to cover, and I'll do my best to do that in the days and weeks ahead. And until then, I hope you have a nice day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.